The second longest game ever. A homer in the bottom of the 18th won it for the defending champion Dodgers, 6-5 over the Blue Jays, giving LA a 2-1 series lead over Toronto. I'm Dave.
Orange County depends on WDXE News, on the air since 1951. This is The Legend. 105.3, 95.3, WDXE.
I think I pushed the button a little too quick there.
Did you?
Anyway,
You cut him off?
I cut him off a little bit. Anyway,
You don't care.
the ball game was over.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, it's Tuesday, and normally Jacob Dale would be here, but due to some scheduling, we adjusted. And Keith Durham is my guest today for the friends and neighbors.
So we're going to flip-flop days.
We're going to flip-flop days.
Yeah.
So Jacob being tomorrow, but Keith agreed to come in this morning, and thank you for doing so. Needed a little jacket today.
Yeah, I've needed one for about the last week.
Yeah, you know that when it starts getting cool, you know what I've decided that what I do when it's cool like that is my truck has seat heat.
Yeah.
And that's just enough.
Yeah.
Kind of warms my back a little bit.
Do you ride with your windows down though?
Not a lot. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
In the rain?
Not in the rain, but
Well,
you know, I'm not like Lofty New though. You remember Lofty New?
Lofty New, yeah.
I mean, it'd be dead of winter, and he's got his window down and had his shirt unbuttoned all the way down to his belly button. Smoking.
I like my windows up mostly. Too much noise. Too much wind noise.
Yep.
Now there are days when I do, you know, when it's a pleasant day, something like that.
So I just learned that one of my neighbors, you know, Lanny's my neighbor.
Yes.
And I went to my mailbox, and I had a letter in my mailbox, and it was soaking wet. Mm-hmm. I thought, man, my mailbox is leaking. Well, Lanny calls and says, hey, you had a letter laying on the ground, and I put it up in your mailbox. So,
well, that's good.
I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lanny.
He's a good neighbor.
That's what neighbors are for.
That's right. That's right.
You know you live in a good neighborhood when your neighbors stop and pick up a piece of what looks like a piece of trash on the ground and then put it.
Find out it's a piece of mail.
Piece of mail. And put it in the mailbox.
Wonder how it happened. The mailman just must have flung it out.
Must have.
I don't know. He probably did.
Probably mad at us.
He probably is. You're making people mad all the time.
My wife gets Amazon delivery every day, and he's probably tired of putting it in the mailbox.
Amazon. Oh my. Well, I can't say anything. I order stuff sometimes, and my wife does sometimes.
Yeah.
And now the kids have figured out how to do it.
Exactly.
So anyway.
Oh.
No. Well, what do you got going on this week, man?
This week has been busy.
You were talking about a while ago your cabinetry.
Oh yeah. So last night was a no paint night. We didn't paint last night.
You didn't paint?
No.
So if I need to redo my cabinets, I can call you?
Yeah, you can call me, and then if you give me a bunch of money, I'll call somebody else to come do them.
You decided it was a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's you know what's neat about it? I don't know if my wife would agree with this, but it's the most time that my wife and I have spent in a single room together at our house for.
So y'all are together again.
Yeah, together again. You know, it's not weird to live in a situation, but you know, we don't share. We never shared the same bedroom.
Yeah.
My wife, she has her own bedroom, and I have my own bedroom, and we've done that since we've been married. We've been married 26 years.
Yeah.
And so it just works out, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that our listeners know our situation. I have the lights on, I read, and I fall asleep reading, and the TV's on usually.
Yeah.
Well, she's got to have it completely dark with a fan on. And if I sleep in a room with a fan on, it just stops me up for whatever reason. I get congested. So.
Well, that wasn't uncommon back in the day.
No, not at all.
So anyway.
Well, even today, I mean, a lot of people probably still do that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. So the kitchen project has been a project that we've done, you know, together.
Yes.
And so I've taken the chore of painting everything that's stationary and attached to the wall, and she's doing all the drawers and doors. And I think she got the worst end of the deal, I'll be honest with you, because we have raised panel.
Yes.
And it is a pain to paint.
Did you do before pictures so you can do after pictures?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I sure did.
You got to do before and after.
We got in between pictures and everything.
Okay. Have you posted any of it yet?
I don't have anything. I don't do stuff to post, but my wife probably has.
Yeah, you need to post. You need to have it posted so we can check your progress.
Yeah, you probably need to just friend request Amy and see if she usually has stuff on there, stuff like that. So,
Keith Durham, everybody here this morning, this Tuesday morning for the Friends and Neighbors Hour, and by the way, the phone lines are open if you want to talk with Keith, 766-9393. He and I have got big plans to try to be the first to eat at the new Waffle House.
yeah, it's I'm trying to make that happen.
Have you made any connections?
I've made a couple contacts, and,
Okay.
But I got to figure out, you know, if they're going to do a soft opening or if it's or what how that works.
Somebody said that Hardee's was open now.
Oh, I don't know.
The new Hardee's. I don't
didn't
know
go
either.
by.
I don't know either.
Are they going to have enough room where people are not backed out on the highway?
Well, they're supposed to have a double drive-through now, I think.
Okay.
Instead of
like
just one
McDonald's.
lane.
Well, it goes down into a single lane. It's
I'm
a
sure it
window.
does. I'm sure it does. They have to get to the window.
You ever been to Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
Do they not do it right? I mean, you can have a million people in that line, and I'll
They can speed you through pretty fast.
Yeah, they do it right.
They really have a good system.
Yeah.
They have to. I'll tell you. I think you could drive out in the middle of Amish country and stick a Chick-fil-A out there, and people would come.
Well, the deal is that they're getting you through the line pretty quick, but they're preparing the food quick too, which means they've already got the chicken made.
Oh yeah.
You know, you should never go to McDonald's and have to wait on fries. Everybody that comes through the line is going to get fries, so always drop fries. I'd probably be a bad manager because I'd probably end up with extra fries. But to me, if you're standing in line at McDonald's or if you're in line in a car at McDonald's, and they're saying, well, we have to cook the fries, that's some kind of management issue because
Something's
you should
wrong.
always have fries ready. And I think that's how Chick-fil-A gets you through. You know, they know everybody comes through the line is going to get chicken.
Well, here's the
they
thing,
got it
though.
made.
Here's the thing. You want your fries as fresh as you can get them.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you're exactly right about that. There's nothing worse than cold McDonald's fries. There's nothing better than hot McDonald's fries.
Yeah. Well,
So, and I love them.
do you?
Yeah, I can't. That's why.
They're not my. I mean, if they're fresh and hot, okay.
Yeah.
But they're not my favorite.
Oh yeah, I love them.
They're not my favorite fries.
What's your favorite?
As far as fast food fries, I like Wendy's fast food fries. I like their fries.
Yeah, they're okay.
I like theirs better.
I don't like a coating on mine. Some of those places put coating on their fries.
I tell you who, Rick's has got good fries. I like the dusting that they put on those.
I don't know if I ever had fries at Rick's.
They have a little dusting on those that's good.
I probably have. Well, come to think of it, I probably have.
I've had fries from everywhere,
I guess so.
from all of them.
I guess so. So we had last night. I don't know if you, but I'm a member of the Gideons, and
Yes.
we had we have a monthly meeting, and we had it last night.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty neat little organization to be
Yes,
a part
they
of.
are.
And been a part of that for probably, I'm going to say going on 20 years maybe. And
Yeah.
it's just I don't spend as much time with it as I did before. My Sunday school class is a little less flexible than it used to be, and so I can't get free on Sunday to go speak. I used to speak a lot, and
Yeah.
And I enjoy doing that. I enjoy going to different places and see how different churches worship and things like that. And it's just neat to travel around, and I've made a lot of good friends like that.
Yeah, I got to do that several years ago.
Yeah.
It was a part of that many years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So, did you ever go to Bogus Church of God by
No.
chance?
No.
I did, and I really, Kyle Connor is the pastor up there, and we've just become good friends over the years, and he's just a world-class guy. I really like him.
Okay, where is that?
It's on the railroad bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got a little, across from the church, they got a little amphitheater across there. It's got like a pond out
Oh,
there.
really?
Yeah, they have singings out there and everything.
That's neat.
Yeah. So you could see how different
Yeah.
denominations
There's a
worship
lot of
and
good
stuff
little
like that.
community churches around.
Oh yeah, that's unbelievable. And I'm more drawn to a smaller church, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And I like small congregations, and you know I like some of the stuff. You know, I go to like a medium-sized church. Emmanuel's like a medium-sized church, but you know Mars Hill is a big church, and they've got some great worship. I like that kind of singing too. I mean, I'm sort of torn in between, you know, because I really do like the way they worship. They got a great pastor too, so it's But I
A lot of
like,
good
I like
folks.
small congregations, and I'll give you a story. When I lived in Washington, D.C., I stopped going to church. And so for about 5 or 6 years, I say I stopped going to church. When I was home, I'd go to church. But when
Yeah.
I was up there, I didn't go to church.
And where would you go to church in Washington, D.C.?
There's churches up there, believe it or not. But, you know, it's just...
But
I
going
don't-
somewhere like that when you don't know anybody,
That's right. It's a little tough.
A little different, yeah.
It's a little tough. So when I left Washington, I went down to southern Mississippi, and I think I was in a Del Champs one day, and if that makes sense, I think that's a grocery store there. And these two little ladies come up to me and they said, "Hey, we want to talk to you about your salvation." And I thought, my goodness, that is unbelievable. I hadn't heard anybody say anything like that in years.
Yeah.
And so I said, "Well, I'd be glad to talk to you about my salvation. I'm born again Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, and you know,
Yeah.
I'm a sinner saved by grace." And so anyway, they went to this little church in DeLisle, Mississippi, and I started going to that little church in DeLisle, Mississippi, and it was sort of out of. It was a different type of church than I went to. It was some type of Baptist church, but
Yeah.
anyway, there was probably 15 people there, and there was this lady there that Jeff, if she was in her 90s, easy.
Yeah.
And so they started singing a song, and she's out of nowhere. I hear this tambourine, and I look over, and she's playing this tambourine.
Oh.
You know, I've never been in church service where somebody played tambourine. A little out of place for me. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, I thought, here this lady is, and this is her way to worship. I'm
Yeah.
totally okay with that.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, I got back into church in DeLisle, Mississippi.
Okay.
Well, I went to church in DeLisle. I lived in Pass Christian.
Yeah.
But I drove up the road to DeLisle, and little bitty church.
Have you ever been to one where there were snake handlers?
No.
I haven't either.
I don't know.
I haven't either.
I don't know if there's any around here.
No, but my wife read a book, and I've been thinking about reading it myself. We still have this book, and she says that it's one of the best books she's ever read, and my wife is an avid reader.
Yeah.
And she said she's asked me to read it. It's called Salvation on Sand Mountain, and it's about a reporter type dude that went to these churches that were snake handling churches.
Oh, okay.
And he ends up he's not a believer. He went as a reporter to try to, you know, to just investigate these people that were, you know, snake handling and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. He ends up being converted.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I haven't read enough of it. I just in bits and pieces. She's told me about it, and she said it's one of the best books that you'll ever read.
Oh, wow.
It's called Salvation on Sand Mountain. I don't remember the name of the author, but it's based on it's basically a true story. This guy's experience going to these churches on Sand Mountain.
Snake handling churches.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
I've never been to a snake
Now I've watched a
handling church.
documentary about those guys.
I saw the documentary. Is that the one where the guy got struck in the face?
Oh yeah, he got bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's.
And then there was one guy that got bit, and they just basically laid him in this cabin out in the woods until he got better.
Oh, he got better.
Yeah, they prayed over him until he got better. He was sick, man. But it was funny the way they were handling this. They were out catching them.
Yeah.
They were out catching them for their worship services. And his dad had the snake or something, and he was walking by with his dad had a hold of him, and that snake struck him as he walked by. It was
Oh, wow.
And so they were like, you know, this is just God's will, and they went through it, and you know, whatever. But he survived it.
Wow.
So anyway, in the show that I was watching, so.
I didn't see that.
But listen, I am not going to be handling snakes.
Me either.
I'm sorry. I'm like Wendy Bagwell. You know, you remember that story. You remember the Wendy Bagwell story?
No.
A lot of people will. I mean, that do. Remember Wendy Bagwell? He would tell this story about, it was called And Then Came the Snakes. They were a gospel group. And they went to some church singing, and he tells this story about them there singing, and then they brought out the snakes. So anyway, the punchline of the story is one of the members there, or pastor or whatever, said, "Brother, you mean to tell me if the Lord told you to take up this snake, you wouldn't do it?" He said, "If the Lord told me to do it, I would do it, but he didn't, and I ain't.
There you go.
So, so that's kind of the punchline of the story. So, anyway, it's a good one. Keith Durham, everybody. It's 8:22. It's the Friends and Neighbors Hour, and we're going to take phone calls this morning.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can get somebody on the phone. Hey, how are you?
Just Trading Post.
No, Trading Post ends at 7:30.
Pardon?
I said the Trading Post ends at 7:30, buddy.
7:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I think he just woke up.
I was thinking, well, we're going to get to talk to somebody. By the way, the phone lines are open.
Here's what happens. He set his clock back a few days too early.
He must have set it back already.
Is this the weekend we do it?
I think so.
I think so. It's the
I
first.
think it is.
Or is it the first? I don't know. Somebody will know if it's this weekend or not.
Yeah, I think it is. Somebody
it's
told me
first
it was.
weekend in November.
And I hardly keep up with stuff like that until it just happens.
Well, we got these phones now, and they change for you automatically. So you don't have to worry about it.
They do.
Only thing we change now is the stove and the microwave.
Yes.
And so.
And then you got to get your kids to do it.
Exactly. You get the instruction book down.
You know, something happens every once in a while to our TVs. You know, we got all these complicated things on TVs, and I'll just call Daniel and say, Daniel, get up here and fix this thing.
Yeah.
And that's become so easy for it. Now I can do it, but it's so much easier just to call Daniel.
That's right. You're exactly right.
Anyway, I had to miss my grandson's little birthday party Sunday afternoon. I was feeling so bad.
Really?
After church, I just didn't feel good at all, and went to bed. And they had a little gathering for Shepard, my grandson's 8th birthday, and I ended up missing that.
Wow.
But I made up for it.
How'd you make up for it?
Well, I got him something good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But he's looking there. He's trying to save up his money. He wants to buy a little small dirt bike.
Oh, yeah.
One of those little Honda 50s.
Yeah.
We're trying to find one.
Okay.
I'm sure they're around somewhere. So.
Yeah. John Thomas will know where one's at.
Who?
John Huntley.
Oh yeah, John will know, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe I could call him. He knows everything.
He's probably got 2 or 3.
He may do it. He knows everything.
He does.
John Huntley.
If you want motorcycles or guitars, John Thomas.
I didn't know he was I knew he was a guitar dude.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was a motorcycle.
Motorcycle, guitar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to call him, see if
He's
he's
sort of an outlaw.
round one up.
He don't look like an outlaw.
He does. He's a sneaky outlaw.
He's as good as gold, though. I've known John and I've known Robbie, his brother, for years and years and years, and I'll tell you that they're as good as gold.
Yeah, they're good folks.
Yeah.
Good folks. We love John.
Yeah.
And I've got to do guitar talk with him quite a bit over the past few years.
Yeah.
And I'll send him one if I find one. I'll say, "What about this one? I'm thinking about buying it, or whatever." He can kind of tell me.
Yeah. Well, he's got guitar ADHD, is what I say.
Is that what?
Because he'll never make it through a whole song. He'll play a little bit of it, and then he'll just stop.
That's exactly the way I am. I can't
Is it?
play a whole song.
Okay.
I can't. I mean, I play a little bit of one and a little bit of another.
And he's so good at what he plays, and then he'll just stop and play something else.
That's a good way to do, though. In my opinion, that's the way you do it.
Oh, it's relaxing. He'll do it sometimes and just.
Well, have you been keeping up with any current events out there?
Some, yeah. I've been keeping up with the hurricane here the last
Yes.
couple days.
We need to remember those folks. Goodness gracious. That would be a terrible place to be in Jamaica right now.
So you think that they've already got like these big, huge ships loading them up with water and food and everything, and fixing to head that way instead of waiting a few days and then heading that way? It looks to me like you'd be a little proactive. You know that the hurricane's fixing to hit Jamaica and Cuba. You might as well load up some big ships full of stuff.
I would imagine there's people already preparing for that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good efforts out there that, the Red Cross and all that do all that kind of stuff.
I wonder what I started thinking about that this morning is, they have this big ship that's nothing but like a desalination plant, and they can just pull up and just start pumping fresh water into place.
Huh, it's a good idea if they don't have it.
Yeah, because fresh water is hard to come by after something like that. If it tears up your water tanks and stuff like that.
Wow.
So
I hadn't thought about that, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, they say they could be 30 feet
yeah,
storm surge.
yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing.
I don't doubt it. I mean, think about it. It's 175 mile an hour wind. If you ever went the 60 miles an hour and rolled the window down and stuck your hand out the window,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
can you imagine going 175 and sticking your hand out the window? What it's like?
No.
And have it sustained like that for how many ever,
Right.
hour or two or whatever it takes. So,
Speaking of going that fast, I mean, when you said that, these NASCAR drivers,
yeah.
have you ever gone to one of those tracks and
Absolutely.
have you done it?
Yeah.
Drove one?
Oh, no, I've been to the track.
No. You can go and drive one.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
There-
But
yeah,
that's when they arrest you, Jeff.
No, no,
Still
no.
in the pace car or what?
No, you can, no, you know what I'm talking about. They have these places where you can go like over to one of the speedways.
Yeah.
And they will, you have to pay for it, obviously.
Oh, okay.
But they'll train you a little bit and let you drive one of the NASCARs.
Oh, okay.
But I had a buddy of mine that, this has been years ago, a buddy of mine that went, and we were doing videos at this time. This is back when I was working with the cable system. And we were doing these little local shows and stuff. It was a long, long time ago. But a friend of mine, he was going to go over to one of those tracks, and they were going to ride him around with the camera, with our camera. And so he does. And there's no window on this side that he's on. He's on the passenger side. They had one car special made where you could have a passenger.
Yeah.
And so they're taking him around the track. The part I'm going to tell about this is that the next day or the day or two after, when he gets back, he's sore and bruised on his right side from the
wind blowing in?
No, from being pressed against the car so hard in the
God.
turns.
Yeah.
In the turns, it's pushing him against the car so hard
centrifugal force.
that it actually bruised his whole right side.
Wow.
And that's how fast they're going around those tracks. Let's talk to somebody. Good morning. How are you?
All right. Hey, I found a set of keys coming up West Gaines, right before Buffalo Road. It's got a GMC truck or car key on it, or truck key, probably a truck.
Okay.
They'll be at the sheriff's office if anybody lost them.
Okay. So found a set of keys and they'll be at the sheriff's office with the GMC logo. Okay. Thank you, man. Very good.
Hey, so you got good folks on the west side of town too.
People helping out people.
That's good.
There you go. All right.
And keys aren't cheap.
No, they're not.
Have you ever got a key fob made? They're like over $100. So
Yeah, you're right.
unbelievable.
Key fobs.
Yeah,
I don't even, the vehicles now don't even have keys.
that's right.
They have a push button.
Well, I mean, if you have a Tesla, you don't even have that. You just got your phone. You carry your phone with you, and it accesses your car.
That ain't right.
I'm telling you.
There's nothing right about that.
What do you mean?
Starting your car with your phone.
I mean, I guess it knows your phone's close to it and it lets you in the door and everything.
That's just weird. That's too technologically advanced for me.
Yeah, I need
Can't
the
say
button.
that word.
I need the button.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a push button in the truck that I have now, and it took me some getting used to.
Me too. You know what really took me to get used to is that backup camera. I used to always look behind me because the backup camera was weird.
Yeah.
But now I can't back up without the camera. I use it every single time.
Well, I use both.
Do you?
I still use my mirrors and it's not that I don't trust the camera because I use that too, but I use both. I like looking in my mirrors, and I can and then I like when I'm especially backing into like a parking spot.
Yeah.
Because it lines you up.
Yeah, it lines up perfect.
You can center yourself in the parking spot.
That's right.
That's probably the one place that I use it. And backing up a trailer,
Yeah.
that's kind of handy.
So over the summer, I drove an electric Sierra, GMC Sierra, and it would drive for you, but it also would back into a parking place for you. You talk about scary.
Now that's the weird one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd like that.
So it would pull past the parking space, and then it would back in there for you. And I'm like, wow, that's the neatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's hard not to grab the wheel because you think, oh, it's fixing to. I was pulling in between two cars too. I didn't just have just a blank parking spot.
Yeah.
And it knows if it can back up or not. It knows.
Yeah.
I guess it takes a picture of the parameter, and it'll say not enough room to back up. And then you pull, and it'll pull itself into a position. I'm like, how do they come up with
Hey,
that?
they've got them now that they'll even back up a trailer for you.
Which I need sometimes. I have to be able to see the trailer to back it up. I can't do it with the mirrors.
Well, I can do it. I can do it with the mirrors.
Can you?
Yeah, if I can see the sides of the trailer with the mirrors. Yeah.
So on my boat trailer, I had to put like a little flag, like a 6-foot flag on the end of the boat trailer that stuck up. Was once the boat's off the trailer, I can't see the trailer, and I
You
can't.
do. Yeah.
back
If you
it up.
can't, it's very difficult to back
Yeah.
if you can't see the trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody would do it without seeing the trailer.
So,
That'd be terribly difficult. Anyway. All right. All right. So anyway, well, we don't know a lot.
we've had a couple callers, but they weren't.
Yeah. So far, we've had callers that weren't even listening. So,
But we do appreciate them.
but we appreciate the calls anyway. So there you go. That's just how popular we are, my friend.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Mm.
So, have you been keeping up with everything that's going on in town and everything?
Well, I guess I have.
Okay, yeah, you're in real estate, so a lot of it involves real estate.
There's a lot that happens that I don't know.
So, a lot of this growth that we're seeing has got to be because Murray County has just got stupid up there. And I hate to use the word stupid, but their law, their new code up there is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Well, evidently they're purposely trying to slow things down.
I don't know if it's that. I just think they just don't understand.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
So-
it's definitely having an effect here.
Yeah, it is.
I've had people tell me that what's happening with Huntsville is having its effect here.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know that for sure.
So Huntsville has become Alabama's largest city by population now. Huntsville has.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, it now surpasses Birmingham as the largest.
And there's
city.
still more to come, from what I understand.
Oh yeah, so what do they announced? 30,000 more jobs down there.
Yeah, and so I've had a guy just this week, and of course I don't know what he knows. He's just like us. He says, you don't know what's going to happen to Lawrenceburg. He said because of that stuff going on in Huntsville.
Right,
I'm like-
we're perfect commuting distance to Huntsville, but there's no easy way to get there. 53 is an okay way. They put some new red lights up on 53 if you go that way, but
Yeah.
I guess the interstate would be, but then I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see what else somebody wants here this morning. Hey, good morning. You're on WDXE with us.
Hey, well, thank you. Y'all take qualifiers yet? Hey, I thought since I couldn't get in on Thursday, I'd try on Tuesday.
There you go. I like that.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, man. That's funny. Well, at least we know he listens.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's right.
We might put him down automatically.
We need to put him down. But yeah, and I don't even know everything that's going on in Huntsville, but there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on down there.
Well, I know this lady listens to us. Good morning. How are you?
Yes, I started flying out of Huntsville from Lawrenceburg 20 years, just a minute, 20 years ago, 20 years ago.
Right.
Because it got so complicated getting to the Nashville airport. Once you get up there and just getting to there. And the thing is, at Huntsville, it's just an hour and a half if you go over to Pulaski, get the interstate, and then the airport there is only about 10 minutes, mate. You don't have to go through Huntsville to get it.
Right.
A second thing is that Birmingham's metropolitan area might have more people, but Huntsville itself, like he said, is bigger. But I will tell you what happened to Birmingham years ago. Of course, part of it was part of UAB, had 15,000 employees. But Birmingham started a city tax. They had a lot of people that worked at the university and well off over the mountain. And so if you worked full-time in the city of Birmingham, they started charging people a city tax.
Interesting.
Wow.
To throw
Okay.
that out.
All right. Thank you.
It's sort of like the state of Alabama. It doesn't matter if you live in Tennessee, but if you work in Alabama, you have to pay Alabama income tax.
Income tax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's right. Have you ever flown out of Huntsville?
A lot. Oh, well, I used to.
I'm telling you, it's great.
Yeah. Huntsville's easy to get to.
Yeah, and I'm not riding with her because she drives too slow. It takes an hour and a half. I can probably make it in about 50 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. We can get there faster than that. So.
But she's right. Nashville, you cannot. It is worse. It is the worst I've ever seen it.
Well, are they going to do the tunnel?
Yeah, they're doing the tunnel. I think, aren't they?
I think so, but that's just weird to me.
I don't know where they're going to come up, but I hope they come up somewhere that don't add to the traffic there. So I park in the C lot up there, which is short-term parking, and it has gotten outrageous to park up there. So here's the problem, is that I come in on Harding Road. So I don't know if you know this, but when you first get to Nashville, what I consider to be the first Nashville exit is the Harding Road exit. So you go under the Brentwood exit, and the very next exit is the Harding Road, Harding Place. Well, you go east on Harding Place, it takes you straight to the airport.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to go on 440 and hit the traffic and wait in that line on Interstate 40 to try to get off at the B&A exit.
Yep.
So you can come in the back way there, and I do that all the time. I like to leave that way too. The problem is that if you're parked in the C lot, they push you back through the terminal now to come out to get on Donaldson Pike. You can't access Donaldson Pike from the C lot anymore. And so if you want to get out on Interstate 40 and go towards Nashville, you can do that. But
do you ever do any of the satellite parking?
So last time, 2 weeks ago, we went to Chicago, and we parked at a place called the Parking Spot.
Yeah.
And they drive you over to the
airport.
Yeah, and we done that last week. But you know what? I'd just soon go get my car and leave. You know.
Yeah, there's not an easy way to do it.
No, there's not, and because we waited on the bus to get there. You know, they drop you off on a bus. And
do they still have valet parking if you pay for it?
Oh yes, they do, and that's one of the greatest things ever invented.
Yes.
So especially if you're running late.
But it'll cost you, but it's kind of convenient.
Yeah, we were running super late one time, and I'm thinking, well, they're boarding the plane, and we ain't got out of the car yet, and so. We pull up to valet parking, and we ran the car so hard, you know, you get out and it's pinging, it's going bing, bing, bing,
yeah.
You know, so you just throw your keys to somebody and grab the ticket, and you go in and get in line, and we literally walked on the plane, and they closed the doors, and we took off. That's the closest I ever been in my life. We used valet that day.
Yeah, I always had a deal with the airline. If you know, if I was late to the plane, I had a deal with them that they could go ahead and take off.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad they take you up on the deal.
They just went ahead and take off without me.
So I don't know about you, but Southwest has changed the way they fly, the way they're doing things starting January 1st. And I don't know if folks are listening fly a lot, but Southwest Airlines used to be a great cheap way to fly.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care if I sit in the back seat because we're going to be there at the same time at the luggage rack.
Right.
And so I'm the guy. I check everything. I don't carry anything on the plane with me except for my computer, and I watch a movie or whatever. But anyway, my wife and I have a trip planned for our anniversary. We're going to go on a cruise, and so we're going to go take Southwest.
Yeah.
Well, Southwest is now making you have assigned seats. Usually on Southwest, it's first come, first served,
right.
Sitting where you want to sit.
Right.
But now you have to have an assigned seat. So if you get on Southwest and you buy a ticket, your ticket might be, $150, $160, whatever the ticket price might be. But now, after the first of the year, we just did this, you buy what class a ticket that you want. And
so they're going the way of the rest of them.
Yeah, so not only that, so I forget the classes now, but I bought the class of ticket, and I thought, okay, now I'll go pick out my seat. Well, that's right. Next you go pick out your seat, but if you want to sit on the plane for free, you have to sit in the back. Anything in front of the wings is paid. You have to pay for the seats. Not only you have to pay for your ticket, you got to pay for your seat.
Okay.
And that's not right. And Southwest is going to. I feel like the customers.
Shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they're going to shoot themselves. They're going to go from the greatest, what I consider to be the greatest airline, to just a standard overcharging airline.
Well, there must be a reason for it. Just more money?
I don't know.
Or are they having issues?
I don't know. I mean, I've never been on a flight where there's issues.
Well, how many? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the money issues. I'm talking about business issues. And the reason I say that is, how many times have we heard of airlines going broke?
Well, pretty good bit.
A lot.
Yeah.
But they're all still in business for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's a lot of them that went out and got bought out.
Bought out, went out, and come back or whatever.
But but I guess my beef is that when I used to buy a Southwest ticket, you buy your ticket and then you just go on. But now you got to buy your ticket and you got to pay for your seat.
What about
separately?
What about private jets?
Oh, that's way too high.
I've never even looked into it.
Yeah, so if you're going to fly from here to Miami, probably $10,000.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah, and so
compared to $150, that's
yeah, exactly right. Well, no, it's more than $150. So
Yeah.
the new class was, and we did it at the wrong time. We're flying into Miami or Fort Lauderdale during spring break, first week of March.
Yeah.
And so the tickets aren't cheap. So the tickets are like, $400 a way.
Yes.
$300 something per way. And so the tickets were over $1,200 for us to go down there. And to think about it, we're going on a free cruise. We had to pay $1,200 for tickets to go, and it's like, we should have just not went. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
You'll enjoy it. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, it will be. I'm just a little perturbed about Southwest's new policy on seating.
I just read somebody that posted a pretty long little rant on how to fix the airline debacles and how to fix the seating. I can't remember all he said, but it was Tyler Henson. They do a lot of flying and traveling.
Yeah,
he said I can tell you how to fix this problem. And basically, he was in favor of assigned seating, but the way they board the plane, like from the back to the front, and then when they leave, because he was talking about how everybody stands up as soon as the bell rings,
Yeah.
and then you got to stand there, that awkwardness trying to get stuff off the top of the luggage rack and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, he was trying to solve all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's you would think that the airlines would have some type of structure to that, because let's say people sitting in the back, if you got on the plane first and you're sitting in the back seat, you're dumping your luggage as quick as you can. So you've taken all the front luggage space away.
Right.
The people sitting up front will have to walk to the back, put their luggage up, and then walk back to the front. And you can't do that.
It's a
on
big
the plane.
mess.
So
it's a big mess.
that's why I don't carry anything on. I carry my laptop on, and I sit down in my seat and I wait. And,
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. That's
And I back when I did travel, I have actually shipped my stuff
Oh yeah.
to where I was going to stay,
Yeah.
and it was just be at the hotel when I got there.
Yeah, that's nice.
That was easier.
I've done tools like that.
Yeah,
Toolboxes.
just send your
tool bags.
stuff. So that was pretty cool. But I don't have to travel much anymore. I'm all at home.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I do travel for work a couple times a year, but we just travel.
I don't have any long distance travel. Who in the world?
Kevin.
I hear Kevin screaming. If you heard that, somebody must have goosed him big. Kevin over there in the studio next door. It's 8:45, and we're just
looking for
hanging
things to
out.
talk about, yeah.
We're just hanging out here this morning. We've talked about the construction
Yeah.
up at the Waffle House.
Yeah.
And I'm still perplexed over that. I really, really am. I've never seen a building just go up with brick.
Right.
So anyway, that's kind of fascinating to me. And have you heard anything more on Starbucks?
I haven't heard anything more on Starbucks.
They haven't started it though,
No,
other
they
than having a pad.
Yeah, they have.
That looks like a pad is there.
Talking about pads, have you been up Good Hope Road and looked at that subdivision they're creating up there?
It's been a while.
Oh my goodness! I bet those pads ain't 25 feet by 30 feet, and those houses are going to be that small.
That's what I've heard.
Wow.
Gonna be tight.
So the city of Lawrenceburg gave millions and millions of dollars for that? I don't understand that.
Well, explain it to us.
I don't know how to explain it. I guess I'm going to have to do some research on it.
Well, see,
So
that's
what-
that's what people keep saying. People keep saying there's more coming to Lawrenceburg, and evidently there is.
I just don't understand.
But I'm wondering what is the drive other than people just getting away from counties around us.
That's the deal. They can't build in Murray County, so they come to Lawrence County where we were pretty open about it, and then the government gives them millions of dollars to do it. You don't have to give them nothing. Murray County wasn't giving them nothing. I don't understand it. And my electric bill and my gas bill is high enough.
Yeah.
The Lawrenceburg utility system doesn't have a money-making machine up there. And when the city of Lawrenceburg gives away utilities and free utility hookups, that comes out of somebody's pocket. And the pocket it comes out of is you and I who pay our bills. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we struggle to keep our...
I'm frustrated on that at a different level too, that I know of a piece of real estate, a commercial piece of real estate right in town.
Yeah.
that the gentleman that owned it needed gas and water.
Yeah.
And it was an astronomical amount of money that they wanted to get him gas and water. And he's right in the middle of town.
Wow.
And I'm like, and as far as I know, he still doesn't have it.
Wow. But yet they'll.
And there's buildings on both sides of him that have it.
Really?
It's a true story.
I mean, how can, I
True
don't
story.
understand what the,
Evidently, from what I understand, they have to come under the highway to feed that particular location.
yeah.
And there's a lot of, evidently, it's very expensive to do that.
So what highway are you talking about?
Near the courthouse.
It's not a highway, that's a city street.
Well, I'm just, now, are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, what he's been told is that they got to bore under or cut the highway across the road to get it.
Back when this is my understanding, back when the deal was made in the early 2000s for the bypass to go around Lawrenceburg, the city of Lawrenceburg would take ownership and the county would take ownership of the old road. All right, so the old road starts at Buffalo Road and goes all the way out to the bypass on the east end. It's still a state highway. State Route 242 is it 240 or 242? Buffalo Road is 240 or 242.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, the state route goes down Buffalo Road, west of town, past Crockett Park, and then it turns south on West Point Road. So the city owns from West Point Road all the way out to the end of the out to the bypass in front of Crockett School. That's a city road. And the city owns from Buffalo Road all the way to the Brass Lantern. That's a city road now. That's not a state highway. State Route 6 took the new highway. And so the only state roads that you have going through there is Highway 43, which is at Cyclone Corner.
I think he was told that and I think I was told that that's still a state highway.
That's incorrect. If it is a state highway, ask them to pave it. They'll say, no, it doesn't belong to us. Trust me, when I was mayor, we because it was given away before I became mayor. It was given away, and so it was given back to the city. And so we're sitting there thinking, if we've got to pave this road, it'll take 3 years worth of our paving money just to pave it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll have to say I was involved in the selling of this particular piece of property, and then when the new owner, I mean, we had every right to assume that all city utilities were right there.
Yeah.
Because of, I mean, where it is. And so then once it was done and he went to get those utilities, it was astronomical to get it.
So the city ordinance, city code says that, or I guess maybe what the Lawrenceburg utility system goes by is that they will run at a reasonable distance to connect you. So what's a reasonable distance? I have seen people put in subdivisions and they run it 200-300 feet.
Yeah.
To connect onto the subdivision, so that's considered to be a reasonable distance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Google Maps right quick. We got a few minutes.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes.
Yeah. We'll keep talking. But,
we're just playing.
Yeah, but it's just, and you know, the college sold.
Has that transaction happened?
It has not happened yet, but I guess the closing hasn't taken place.
Yeah.
But
what's your take on that, as far as good or bad?
I like it.
Okay.
You know, when I was mayor, I had a big role in, not a big role. There was a lot of folks involved.
Right.
You know, our intentions were, I think, were good for the community. We wanted people, young folks here in Lawrence County, to be able to get a 4-year degree without having to leave, because what happens is that you ship off all your students and they get these 4-year degrees and they don't come back.
Yeah.
You know, and so you're left with, you know, these companies coming in, they want educated engineers and folks like that, and they had all moved away, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, they
So the long-term intention was there.
Yeah, yeah, and where we really bought in is when Tennessee Tech. We took a trip to Tennessee Tech one day, and Dr. Oldham was the president of Tennessee Tech, and I remember being in a room with him, and he said, "We're going to make the investment in Lawrence County," and so. The only thing that I disagreed with on the whole college project is where it is.
Yeah.
To me, I had a little bit longer vision for it.
Yeah.
The property that's owned by the children's home,
Yes.
and the surrounding property was offered at the time
Yes,
for
it
that,
was.
and I thought
It was.
that would be a great location, especially if it grew into a university type.
Yeah.
You had plenty of room if you wanted to have a ball field or ball fields or
There's a lot of
whatever. It was
room.
like 600 acres there.
Yeah.
And then so I was one of only two on the property search committee that voted no for that piece of property.
Yeah.
And not that it's, I just think it's, number one, it's hard to get to. They're fixing to build a new driveway on Highway 43 South. There's going to be a driveway going across railroad tracks to
It
get
needs
in
to
there.
have one there.
Yeah. But, you have to go past it on the highway to turn around and come back to
Yeah,
it.
it is awkward. It's
So-
awkward to get in there.
Yeah.
And listen, I like having it. My daughter's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, my daughter did too. My daughter went to
She's
school there.
taking some classes there even this morning.
And it's a very nice campus. It's a very beautiful building.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I don't want to say anything derogatory about it, but the intent was to have a permanent resident there. We've always been good with Columbia State Community College, and so Tennessee Tech knew from day one that our partnership with Columbia State was going to be paramount, and so they understood that they would just be a tenant there, offering 4-year degrees, and so.
And that hasn't changed, has it
It
not?
has not changed.
Yeah, that doesn't change.
No.
But now the ownership will go to Columbia State.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what it does is to get something started like that in the community, the community has to step up to the plate. Now the governor did too. There was a lot of battles that took place. Barry Doss was our representative at the time, and whether you think good or bad about Barry, I'll tell you, he was, in my opinion, he was one of the best representatives we ever had, as far as being effective.
Yeah.
If not the best. And they done Barry wrong. Barry went out on a limb for the governor and supported a program for the governor that in my opinion, lost Barry the race. And the governor didn't fund Barry's project, which was the college at the time.
Yeah.
And so the governor sends some crony out of his office down there, and boy, it made me mad. I got up and left the meeting. So it was just, I was mad. I was upset for Barry at the time.
Yeah.
Because I knew how much he poured into it, how much work he put into it and everything. And so it was just, for the governor to say no after everything Barry had done for him, it was sort of kicking the teeth.
Kind of a blow,
Kicking the
wasn't
teeth, yeah. But the next year, though, the governor did come through with the money. And so it cost a lot of money to put a building like that on the ground. The local commitment was probably $6 million, $6.5 million, and
Right.
and the state's commitment was about that much too. It cost about $13 million to build the building.
Yeah.
So
now, at this point, if Columbia State takes ownership of it, they take full responsibility for for the facility, for everything, and it takes an expense off of local government. Is that the way this is going to work?
it does. I'm sort of a little cloudy on how that's going to happen. In my mind, what happens is that a bond had to be issued for the purchase of the building, and so once you issue a bond, you're stuck for a while because you have investors that buy those bonds, and so now you're stuck between, well, somebody's going to buy the college and you have the money to pay it off. It ain't like you and I, we can't just run down to the bank and pay off our loan and there's no penalty to that. It's because the bank owns the loan, but when you have a bond issue, you have basically stockholders that own the loan, that own the debt, and they don't want to be paid off. They're guaranteed a certain rate for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
And so what do you do with the money in the meantime? So you can't just pay the bond off because there's huge penalties, and you by stipulation of the bond itself, you can't pay the bond off early. And then when you come to there's a term for it. There's a call date on it, I guess, and there's certain dates that you have to pass to be able to call the bond.
Okay.
And you can't do it before then. So
That's interesting.
Yeah. So then you get in this situation. Well, what do you do with the money? How does the city, because in my mind is how you take the money and you pay off the bond. You pay it towards the note.
Yeah. But
in bond issuances, that's tough to do. Now you set the money aside and wait for the call date to come, and that's probably
the way it's done.
That's probably the way it probably needs to be done. Is hey, let's set the money aside and pay it off. But there's stipulations at what you can and what you can't do. I mean, you can't just take tax money and put it in the bank. You know what I mean? There's some fiduciary things that go along with that. You can't just tax the public so you can have a bigger bank account and stuff like that. So there's a lot of caveats that come on the back end of selling that thing that you don't really think about.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a whole lot.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big
deal. But I'm still glad we have it.
Oh, I am too.
With one way where it is, all the controversies that went around and around about it, it's still a good thing to have in the community.
And it's like anything else. I think most of the controversies came from people just not understanding, And I think if you take a trip out there and look inside of they have a community room out there that I've been into several meetings in, and it's very, very, very state of the art, very nice on the inside.
Yeah,
it's way bigger than they had.
Overall, a good thing, and it's a beautiful building.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It really, really is. It is awkward getting in and out of there, but that's
going to get better.
That'll get better.
They're going to get a new driveway.
That'll get better. How much land is out there altogether? You remember?
50 plus acres.
50 plus. So there's still room.
Yeah, there's a lot of room. In fact, that's the first of 10 buildings. The master plan, believe it or not, we had a master plan. There's 10 buildings there, and that's the first of 10.
Wow.
So,
wow. And it'll be years.
Yeah.
Down the road before all 10 are there.
Yeah, and that's what I ask people. When we first started going to this, that look, guys, we can't take a 10-year look at this. We've got to take a 100-year look at this. We got to see where Lawrence County is, 50 years down the road, 100 years down the road, and you got to lay a foundation for that.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. Keith Durham, everybody, has been our guest here this morning on the Friends and Neighbors Hour. Normally he's here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But you flip-flop days today, so we're glad to have you, buddy. I guess we got this going on. Yeah, we got to go.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
See you.
We'll see you.
Thanks,
You'll be back Thursday?
Yes, I will.
All right, see you then.
180-mile-an-hour winds landfall soon this morning.
What they're going to experience in the southwest part of Jamaica, those potentially, well,